I know what dirty Moors, yeah. I know what dirty Moors did to True Ali. I'm saying, I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I'm going at dirty rappers, lynching dirty Moors too. Hiding literature that Drew wrote to warn you. They claim to make you Muslim and make you sovereign. With paperwork and filings and fiat they rob it. They don't care about his words, throw it out like garbage. Or throw it at you when you're active, not passive. When they wanna talk about like off a trampoline mattress, treat them like a vamp or a teen actress. Get stamped with the brand like a mean savage. This Inquisition divine, all others average. Millennium Renaissance, heroes in our classes. Fed up with the czar controlling fascists. Ask if they heard about Moors, they say no. But Masons, they obviously know. Down the handshakes and rituals with skull and bones. They even know about owls burning Bohemian Grove. I know what dirty Moors did to True Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to True Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to True Ali. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did. I know what dirty Moors did to True Ali. I know what dirty Moors did.
Islamic greetings, Moors. Welcome back to another episode of Pardon the Interjection. I am your host, Supreme L. I want to give high honors, always, to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and honors to all the active Moors. Here on Pardon the Interjection, we dig up information to divulge to the people in the upliftment of fallen humanity. Now, I know that may be strange because it's a lot that's been happening, and a lot that's not been happening. I found some information that is really, really intriguing, and intriguing to me as I look at it. Of course, we're going to go and get it from the university, rvbaypublications.com. That's our university. The new Timbuktu, if you want to say. Okay, all right. And on there, I found for our, Latino family, which is our brothers and sisters. They are our brothers and sisters. They are family. We all have one thing in common. Well, actually, we have things in common. We all ate beans and rice for one. You know what I mean? And this is for my, quote, Mexican brothers and sisters. Here, a letter. Let's just get into it. Proof Mexicans were here, and proof of colonists' request for treaty of peace to them. All right? And there's a letter there, pardon the interjection, there's a letter there, and you can see it. And it reads, in the name of Almighty God, the United States of America and the United Mexican States, pardon the interjection, United Mexican States, and we continue, associated by a sincere desire to put an end to the calamities of the war which unhappily exists between the two republics, and to establish upon a solid basis relations of peace and friendship. Peace and friendship, pardon the interjection, which shall confer reciprocal benefits upon the citizens of both, and assure the concord, harmony, and mutual confidence wherein the two peoples should live as good neighbors, have for that purpose appointed their respective plenipotentiaries, that is to say, the President of the United States has appointed Nicholas P. Trist, Trist, a citizen of the United States, and the President of the Mexican Republic has appointed Don Luis Gonzaga Cueva, that's Gougaza space Cueva, Don Bernardo Couto, Couto, and Don Miguel Artistain, Aristain, citizens of the said republic, who, after a reciprocal communication of their respectful powers, have under the protection of Almighty God, the author of peace, arranged, agreed upon, and signed the following treaty of peace, friendships, limits, and settlements between the United States of America and the Mexican Republic, in letter. The above being an original handwritten request for a treaty by those colonists who called themselves the respectives in early writings and later the United States of America, as they were occupying a fixed territory on the American land, and at some point in their endeavors wanted to exist in peace with those who were already here, inclusive of the Mexicans. This letter is proof positive that Mexicans were building a wall to keep, that Mexicans were already here, and proves the conquest intent is being carried out when anyone of HTE politicians or the politicians talk about colonist requests. Pardon me. This letter is proof positive that Mexicans were already here and proves the conquest intent is being carried out when any one of the politicians talk about building a wall to keep Mexicans out. The natural people ought to be appealed or appalled at such thoughts. Although the dominions of the Moorish nation, the only one who could approve or effectuate a treaty was the representative of the Moorish nation holding the title to Sultan. Therefore, the Treaty of Peace and Friendship was established as the document recorded in congressional records that gave them the ability to sail the seas and settle in peace on the American land estate without being subjects of the British Crown. Pardon me. As that is what they were via the British or brutish, in parentheses, Moors, or Britain, also referred to as England today. This happened after they made their declaration to them for independence in 1776. From Congressional Globe, House of Representatives, Friday, January 3rd, 1845, in regards to the annexation of Texas. The stupendous deserts between the Nueces and the Bravo rivers are the natural boundaries between the Anglo-Saxon and the Mauritanian races. There ends the Valley of the West. There Mexico begins. Thence, beyond the Bravo, begin the Moorish people and their Indian associates, to whom Mexican properly belongs. To whom Mexico properly belongs, who should not cross that vast desert if they could, as on our side we too ought to stop there, because in aerial conflicts must ensure either our going south or their coming north of that gigantic boundary. While peace is cherished, that boundary will be sacred. Not till the spirit of conquest rages with the people of either side molest or mix with each other, and whenever they do, one or the other race must be conquered, if not extinguished. The final method used by the European foreigner colonists who just gained their freedom to occupy in and on another nation was annexation. However, annexation is not actually annexed, fixed, or fastened to the freehold. Annexation. The act of attaching, adding, joining, or uniting one thing to another. Generally speaking, of the connection of a similar or smaller or subordinate thing with a larger or principal thing. The attaching an illustrative or auxiliary document to a disposition, pleading, deed, etc. is called annexing it. So the incorporation of a newly acquired territory into the national domain as an integral part, therefore, is called annexation, as in the case of the addition of Texas to the United States. Pardon me. Note, when Indian is used, it is speaking of the Hindustans, who were integrated as a part of the American land, or integrated into the part of American land, as they are aboriginal to the land and travel back and forth long before the modern European colonists. Today, even those who had been calling themselves American Indians no longer consider it politically correct or wish to be called that and choose to identify with their tribally, of which tribal names are family appellations of the families of the same nation, the Moorish nation, family, as in the Mexicans, indicated as where they properly belong to in the above congressional records. In these same congressional records, it mentions the common law of private rights. Here, he who hath the true property to just proprietas, proprietas in lands, but is out of possession thereof, and have no right to enter without recovering possession, and in action hath afterwards the free hold cast upon him by some subsequent and of course defective title. In this case, he is remitted or sent back by operation of law to his ancient and more certain title. The right of entry which he had gained by a bad title shall be ipso facto annexed to his own inherent good. 1. And his defeasible estate shall be utterly defeated and annulled by the instantaneous act of law without his participation or consent. Black Laws, 9 Blackstone's Common 19. Translation in short: unless you come or come now with the proper title to the land tied to you anciently, you will have no right of entry because of a bad title or no title. Thus, the condition of the true heirs apparent today, who do everything and anything but claim their title to the land. The modern Europeans are foreigners, and they are aware of that ipso facto in law. They also go on to talk about acquiring foreign territory by purchase or by conquest. Proof that this is not their ancestral estate and they are not the natives, nor are the aboriginal people of whatever tribal family appellation. Although the olive branch of peace was extended to the colonists and their lineal descendants who came later through Ellis Island, it is to be clearly understood that they are on a conquest intent, intra caterra divina, to conquer, which means war and death to the aboriginal people. That was and still is their motive operandi. Today, they do it in a corporate manner, which is called a hostile takeover. This, however, is a downfall for them because corporations have no parity with the real flesh and blood beings. The law of the land and American National Constitution of 1791 was established to protect the natural aboriginal people and all people from the acts of corporations and molestation from any and all other citizens. Thus, it is ultra important that the lineal descendants of Moors, the first navigators who are not dead but are active or in full life, make their self and their claim known, both divinely and in flesh, of which they stand. And that is very important for us to check that out. And that was really, really enlightening. But, the basic thing is claim your title. You have no rights to the land if you don't claim no title. And that's your moorish title. You must claim your nationality. I just wanted to run across another piece of information that's really, really beautiful. Something real quick. The miseducation. We have been lied to in regards to true American Amexem history and world history. The Almanac, Old Mexico, stoneheads found spread over Mexico across to the Yucatan Peninsula. Mexico itself spreads out over what is known today as California, up into Canaan land, inclusive of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, Wyoming, and Nevada. There is no surprise that those who say they are educated, inclusive of some who refer to themselves as scholars, are not able to recognize the half that has not been told. They are taught with only a portion of the truth, with truth and falsehood strangely mixed, learning more towards or leaning more towards falsehood the longer they stay in institutions dedicated to same, of which we trust has now come to pass. Although they may consider themselves educated, they are fools, right on, walking off the cliff without knowing. Not wanting to be obvious, they jump through hoops to defend their so-called education. No wonder there are all kinds of versions and diversions keeping a family from uniting, as they have but only a small piece of truth. However, we march forth to bring forth the uniting of Asia, ASA, meaning lower realm, and is the name of the entire planet, and north, south, central, and the adjoining islands is Asia Minor, not Asia Major, not Asia Minor. The Aboriginal and indigenous people across the entire planet are the first navigators, Moors, who moved over the land and the sea. Where the water meets the land is called the moors, moorlands, wetlands, also marshlands, even unto today. FYI, those who most think are Asians today are actually amalgamated Mongoloids. If one were to do research of ancestors of the lands now called China, Japan, Ireland, or of anywhere of the planet, they will find them to be dark melanated and of various copper tones, including the so-called Eskimos, escaped Moors, in Alaska, Alaska, ALAQSA, the far west. And that is just something that you can take in and really, expound on, because we keep thinking that this is the United States of America, that we have, states, and that's what it is. No, this is a maximum, Northwest Africa, if you want to be specific and get Afrocentric with it. But it's just a maxim. And for my Latino family, Societas Republica El Almoricanas. So, check that out. I want to give a shout out to my brother, Miss Rhyme L, who authored a book, Who Are Moors, Asiatics, Americans? And, if you can't, check that out. And you do have Moors Heritage and History School, Eyes Wide Open, and they have a call-in number, and that's 347-945-5899. And you can also go to facebook.com pages MHHS Eyes Wide Open, and check the school out there, and those other mothers and the brothers on there teaching us and giving us vital information. Like I said, it's just, we have to really look at information, find out our true history, and it is one more jewel I want to drop on you before the time expires here, and it's my big bro Cujo. I have a new page, and it's a short snippet. It's about a truth regarding Moors or Mexicans, since the show I was gearing to our Latin brothers and sisters. And there's a statue of a brother that's here, and he's standing strong. He looks like it to me, and it says El Yanga, and it has it written right on the statue, El Yanga, and that's EL space YANGA, and it's a brother, clearly a brother, ancestral brother, And truth regarding Moors / Mexicans. Around 1570, Yanga led a band of slaves in escaping to the highlands near Veracruz, Veracruz, Mexico, northwest of Mexico. They built a small maroon settlement, or palenque, Palequenque, pardon me. Its isolation helped protect it for more than 30 years. The Spaniards never had a conclusive or definitive victory of these Moors, with the intelligence of El Yanga leading on. El Yanga and the rest of the Moors eventually won their freedom, autonomy. In 1871, 5 decades after Mexican independence, Yanga was designated as a national hero of Mexico and El Primer Liberador de las Americas. This was based largely on an account by historian Vicente Riva Palacio, Vicente space Riva space Palacio. And that's going to take us to the top of the hour. And this is very good information. Very, very, very good information, y'all. And I definitely would employ you, to definitely go to RVB Publications, pardon me, our university again. Excuse me. And I would implore you to go there and study, and you would get all the information you need to start, because that's our basic. It starts basic, and you can start there. And I think I wanted to do another one. I wanted to do another piece, but I may save it depending on pardon me, how everything goes. I hear the policy enforcers. You hear them. Yeah, but anyway, again, just investigate, study. Don't believe me. Go check it out for yourself, and you'll be amazed at the jewels you'll find on your treasure hunt. This has been another episode of Partner Interjection with your host, Supreme L. Until next time, family, I love you, I love you, I love you. Islam, love, and peace forevermore.
What's wrong with me? Like I have a problem. Putting conscious blacks head in the news, solving the Negro problem. When that's a sleeper, the sleep is the cousin of death. When that's a sleeper, the cousin of death. When that's a sleeper, the sleep is the cousin of death.